Hey everyone, it's Brithry Organ. I'm here, and this is my review for The Strangers Chapter 1, the new film directed by Renny Harlin and starring Madeleine Petsch in the lead role. Now, before I go into this review, I will preface by saying that there will be some spoilers because it's really hard to talk about this movie without even talking about the circumstances that might happen in the future in this new trilogy. So I'll give you the score right now. It's a 7 out of 10. Stop this review right now if you don't want to know anything about this film. And I'm going to do the review spoilers in 3, 2, 1. So, before I even talk about this film, I will say that I'm a big fan of the original film, The Strangers. It was a very unnerving, very excellently done slasher flick in terms of showing you the anxiety and the tension that might happen when you're being watched and hunted in a home that you're staying at. It's a really good movie, and I feel like The Strangers Chapter 1 is a good introduction and a reboot/remake of the original film. It is pretty much like the original movie, and I'm kind of disappointed by that because I was wanting a little bit more, but I have full confidence that Renny Harlin and the team is going to introduce some new things and very interesting things in the sequels, because we already got a big spoiler here in terms of Madeleine Petsch being in part of the rest of the trilogy. It kind of ruined the fact that someone's going to survive, so there wasn't really as much tension as you hoped there would be. If you went into this movie blindly, then obviously you wouldn't know, but being a fan of The Strangers original film, I was kind of excited for this movie too, and I found out that she's in all 3 of the films apparently, so that kind of ruined the fact that the ending wasn't as impactful for me. But the movie was pretty decent. It's a decent reboot, it's a decent remake, the tension is there, the atmosphere is really great. I kind of wish and I kind of hope that in the sequels we play into the idea of why are these strangers doing these things. We don't need to go into specifics, but I really wonder if they're going to go into the history as to why this town is the way that it is. Why is everyone acting very judgmental and very suspicious around new people in the town? Maybe these strangers are kind of just regular psychopaths, or are they doing this for a specific reason? Because there is a moment near the end of the film where they try to kill both of these individuals, but they do certain things where I'm like, is this a ritual or something like that? I don't know. But yeah, the positives are Madeleine Petsch is really great here. I think she rivals the performance that Liv Tyler did in the original. The direction is pretty decent, the atmosphere is great, I think the cinematography is great too. But I can't really judge about this movie until I watch the next 2 films, because I feel like as its own thing it's a 7 out of 10. But once the other 2 films come out, I think I can properly and comprehensively look at this trilogy and say okay, this was a good introduction and it laid the groundwork for the next 2 films. But I'm excited. I think that the next 2 movies are going to be fun, and if the mid-credit scene is hinting at something, I'm hoping it's hinting at not just another chase down hunting kind of story that we saw in the original film. This film, I'm kind of wishing that they go into the fabric of this town and why these strangers are kind of doing the things that they're doing. But yeah, overall, it's a 7 out of 10. Go watch it in theaters whenever you can.